Imagine the White House at night, the year 2025. The halls are silent, but the air feels heavy, as if someone is watching. The Lincoln bedroom, named for the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, sits on the second floor. History lingers here, and perhaps something else does too. Though Lincoln never slept in this room, he used it as an office during the Civil War, pacing its floors in his black coat and top hat, deep in thought. Assassinated in 1865, Lincoln's life ended, but his presence seems to linger. Why do people still see him? Why do heavy footsteps echo in the dead of night? Some say his spirit is restless, his mission to unite a fractured nation left unfinished. His ghost is said to haunt the White House, watching, waiting. Presidents, first ladies, and world leaders have sensed his presence. Tonight, I'll share a modern encounter, one experienced by a well-known senator. Let's call him Senator John, famous for his passionate speeches and fearless spirit. It was a cold January night. Senator John was staying at the White House for an important meeting. After a long day of debates and strategies, he was exhausted. The Secret Service escorted him to the Lincoln bedroom. The room felt odd, the air thick with an unspoken weight. He brushed it off with a chuckle. "Ghosts, just old tales," he said. Yet a knot formed in his stomach. Something felt wrong. He switched off the light and settled into the grand Lincoln bed. The room was quiet, save for a faint ticking of an antique clock. Then it began, a soft thump, 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 like heavy boots on the wooden floor. Senator John froze. The sound came from the hallway, just beyond his door. His heart raced. "Who's there?" he called. Silence. Only the deliberate footsteps continued, as if someone paced with purpose. Trembling, he rose and opened the door, expecting a guard. The hallway was empty. The lights flickered. Then, at the end of the corridor, he saw it. A tall, thin shadow in a long black coat and top hat, standing motionless, staring. Senator John's breath caught. He blinked and the shadow vanished. But the chill remained, coiling around him like icy tendrils. Back in the room, he tried to calm himself. "Just my imagination," he muttered. But the clock stopped ticking. The silence was suffocating. A creak came from the corner. He turned, and there stood Abraham Lincoln's ghost, tall, pale, with sorrowful eyes that seemed to pierce his soul. The figure stood by the window, gazing at the dark Potomac River, its long fingers resting unnaturally on the sill. Senator John wanted to scream, but his voice failed. The ghost turned its head slowly, locking eyes with him. Those eyes weren't angry. They carried the weight of a nation divided. A chill crawled up the senator's spine. The ghost stepped closer, the floor creaking under invisible weight. He whispered, "Why are you here?" The ghost didn't speak. It pointed to the bed where an old diary lay open, a book that hadn't been there before. Heart pounding, Senator John approached. The diary's pages were yellowed, and words appeared in shaky ink. "The work is not done. Heal the divide." He looked up, but the ghost was gone. The air warmed, the clock resumed ticking, yet the diary remained, its message seared into his mind. The next morning, Senator John told no one. How could a prominent senator admit to being shaken by a ghost? But Lincoln's words haunted him. Heal the divide. He thought of the bitter debates in Congress, the anger tearing the country apart. Was Lincoln's spirit warning him? Was it watching even now? Leaving the White House, the fear lingered. Every creak in his home, every shadow made him jump. He researched Lincoln's ghost and found other stories. First Lady Grace Coolidge saw Lincoln by a window in 1927. Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands fainted upon seeing him at her door in 1942. Even Winston Churchill, fresh from a bath, saw Lincoln by a fireplace and cracked a nervous joke before the ghost vanished. Senator John learned he wasn't alone. For over 150 years, Lincoln's ghost has appeared in the Lincoln bedroom or the Yellow Oval Room. Some hear footsteps, others feel a heavy presence like someone watching. White House dogs have barked at empty rooms, sensing the unseen. What does it mean? Does Abraham Lincoln's ghost truly haunt the White House, guarding the nation he fought to preserve? Senator John believes it. Since that night, he's changed. His speech is now call for unity and healing, as if guided by Lincoln's spirit, a reminder that some work remains unfinished. Listen closely tonight. If you hear footsteps in the dark, or feel a cold breeze where none should be, it might not be the wind. It might be Abraham Lincoln, still walking, still watching.